delivery and this one big. But this time it was an older dude. But the shit happened so fast, she barely know the dude. Damn, but we all make mistakes though. And the older we get, that's how mistakes go. So he claimed the baby, now with no money. He said shit was hard and his dollars was kind of funny. Real was feeling like that was strike two. So when it rains and pours, that's just how life do. She was thinking about her childhood and how life flew. A daddy she always loved, but she never quite knew. This was before the bags and the cellulite.
Far into this unknown to find who we really are. Crash into something new and take a break from our broken heart. Talk with the hip, tell me you lie. I think we should go for another round. Baby, try not to say.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we're back. Another week, y'all. Y'all know what's up, man. It is what it is. Your boy, Dad Bogart. It's Fly T Miles. Welcome to another week. Y'all know what I gotta do before we start the show. Moment of silence for my brother Jerel Raymond Bishop. Also for Keon Carpenter. Moment of silence, please. Thank you very much. We got a guest on the phone. We got a guest right here. We got my man, CEO for my kids nonprofit.
For sure.
Talk to the people, man. Let the people know what's For My Kids about.
First of all, thank you, man.
No problem.
It's been a long overtime, man. Dude, we've been talking about this for almost
For a minute.
year.
Minute. Even down from the casinos to just being out.
So I'm blessed to be here, man. Pleasure meeting you, my brother, being in your presence. My name is Jerel Wilson. I'm CEO for My Kids nonprofit, which is a program that's geared to helping youth achieve their professional goals by obtaining, GED, via high school diploma, graduating on time, getting a job, going into a trade, whatever it is. I just kind of like see fit whatever the need, and I attack the need.
Okay.
And so I've just been doing that for about 10, 12 years. I created, little hubs, little areas where, a lot of youth can get help, programs, therapists, and helping them guys and them girls get to where they gotta get to, man.
What made you get into it?
You know what we've been through.
Yeah, definitely. Excuse us, we got a call. This is from a penitentiary. My man from DC, he's an author also. He's been trying to get through. So I would like to give him the floor for a second. And then we got to get into what you got going on. But this all intertwines because if we don't do right, we can land in prison.
Yeah, we need that.
We need this. Here we go right here. Hello. Good brother. We good, man. We up here. We got Mr. Jerel Wilson with us, who's the CEO of a nonprofit organization called For My Kids. He mentors inner city youth. And we got Dad Bogart here. State your name.
How y'all doing?
What's going on, man?
What's going on, sir?
Man, I'm in here fighting the fight. It's good to hear about brothers trying to help the youth. I'm part of the Behind the Wall Mentors in here. That was pretty much formed by the brother Sean Gardner. We try to send letters out, as much as we can do, but we don't really have a lot of support from the outside to, reach the young brothers. Because, all of us got a story to tell to try to help them. Always willing to help any type of way that we can. So, with the brother Ty, with some of our social media pages, we always looking out to see how we can assist. Because, this is crazy. It ain't nothing but young brothers in here.
Right.
We the majority in prison, but, the minority out there. So,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
But anyway, I go by J.S. Russell, the prison poet.
Right.
I'm trying to do the best that I can, to bring some attention to all of this. I do the youth challenge in here, which is difficult because they constantly taking programs from us in here.
Okay.
And, with the whole gang problem, which I'm sure that y'all familiar with, is out there in Baltimore. We have it in here, drugs, violence, all of that stuff. We need positive things to combat this stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
And, the resources is limited.
Right.
It's very limited. They, just seems like everything is going towards making the problem worse instead of helping it. With the murder rate out there, man, I don't even know what to say. I see my cell buddy watching the news, and he actually from out there, and all I hear him say is, and I'm just like, man,
Yeah.
I don't even know what to be done. I say, man, for myself, I always suggest giving the young folks exposure to something better.
Right.
People think that if you show them something, the bad side, that it's going to deter them, but that's not really the case. A lot of times we raise our young men to be all, to be warriors. So you throw them a challenge, and, you enticing them to be like, can you do that? But
Right.
if you show them something better, I know that's what I was blessed with. My mother was able to expose me to some of her friends that had a better life, was able to take me different places traveling so I could see, that there's more than just what the condition that I thought I was in.
Right.
And, as far as Baltimore, my small experience with it, because I'm like from Peachey County. I was born in D.C. But Baltimore remind me of Camden, New Jersey, and both of those places is depressing, man. I ain't seeing the poverty at that level, man. I ain't seeing, what it is, and all I want to do is make my heart bleed, that I want to help my people.
Right.
So, I was part of that life before, but that's the whole thing of maturing and growing as a man, seeing the error in your ways and things of that nature. So, for y'all brothers, man, I salute y'all for what y'all doing out there, taking the time, So what's happening with that basketball team, man?
Hey, we got a preseason tournament tomorrow. We play Cherry Hill tomorrow at 1 p.m. at Ace Academy. So yeah, I just was talking about that. Hey, listen, man. Hey, I salute you for what you doing in there, man, with the Behind the Wall mentoring program.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Check me out. My Facebook page is Jerel Writing Freedom. If you're able to scroll down, of course I don't have access to a computer, so I try to get as much help as I can. If you go to Jerel Writing Freedom, then you can actually see some of the brothers in which they do. Some of us got books that we try to do just things because, of course, we want our freedom and want to show the people that we're being productive here. And that's a difficult thing, I swear, with limited amount of help. With everything here is known age, we don't have access to technology. Like even the phone that I'm on, that's got a cord.
Right. What's the Facebook again?
JR Writing Freedom.
JR Writing Freedom.
Yeah.
Okay, we on it now. I'm about to check it out right now. Definitely.
Exactly.
And we gonna spread the word.
Definitely, I appreciate you.
I just like the page too.
Okay. You mind if I do a little piece for you?
Yeah, that's what I was about to
Yeah,
ask.
give us something real quick.
Alright, well look, since it's 2020, I'm gonna hit you with this one. 2020 is perfect vision. So I visualize things the way I want them to be. BPSCS has prohibited us from taking pictures, so it's up to me. I see myself free, able to be with my daughter in her early teens, helping her save with her first job, teaching her how to drive a car, helping her be legit with working driver's permit, seeing all that I want to exist, and having the freedom to take the pitch. I envision seeing her away for a prom, threatening some young man like Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Ain't no fucking letting them know her father used to be a bad boy, making her blush and embarrassed, but simultaneously fucking laugh and enjoy. My perfect mission has to make me see, because I'll no longer be able to have pictures visited by my family. My perfect vision is where I'm happy, healthy, rich, and free, where I'm no longer deprived in a correctional facility. My perfect vision is me being the man I've been working to be, being present in the lives of all who matter to me. My perfect vision has to be crystallized so I can realize all that I want to see. My perfect vision has to become reality because I have faith in God's love and His presence in me. My perfect vision, 2020. So.
Okay, I like that. Like that.
Yes, sir.
I like that.
Yeah. That's something slight, you know.
Right.
That's things that I work on here, things that therapeutic, you know. I have to speak it into existence, have to visualize it, all that stuff, because, you know, this is depressing. I can't focus on this.
Right.
I have to, you know, work towards what I've got, you know, something that I want to have, man.
Right.
You know,
keep pushing.
You know, that's, yeah, man. So, you know, support me any way that you can, man. There's books on there. You know, brothers, some of the guys that's behind the wall mentor, Dr. Joshua Walls, you know, he preaches, he got a book up on the Facebook page, Marco Lomax, which is actually fighting a situation, dealing with some of that stuff with the corrupt officers, you know, they was out Baltimore, you know, he fighting his situation, he got his book, Finding What's Missing, you know, just trying to highlight the guys that's incarcerated or formerly incarcerated, like it's the brother, you know, that has the master plan that got out, you know, and that's a whole lot of what's going on, just trying to help the few brothers that's in, that's trying to work hard and, you know, make something better.
Right.
Because the numbers is against us, man. Like,
yeah.
You got the brothers that's trying to do right, then you got everybody else.
Right, you're right.
It's like, what?
Hey.
You know, so.
Hey, excuse me real quick, bro. Before we get out of here or whatever, I just wanted to ask this question. This is Jerel from For My Kids, the nonprofit organization.
Yes, sir.
You know, I'm in these trenches helping these kids get to college and get jobs and educating them about the right stuff to do. If it's something that you would want me to elaborate to them and tell them, because you talk to a lot of them guys, like after they catch their charge, after they do something, what is the one thing that they're saying they could have done better, or either maybe, I know it's decisions, I know it's like who you hang with, but I just want to hear it verbatim from your mouth. You know what I mean?
Man, this is one of the things that I think is terribly important, you know, for them not to really wait for anybody to show them anything. If they could start doing the research themselves, getting in their library, and even that's something that's kind of foreign because a lot of them haven't seen their parents or whoever their guardians do is utilize that library. Like anything that you want to see can be found in a book. They say, man, you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book.
Right.
That's terrible. It shouldn't be like that. And then the other part is actually not being afraid to ask questions like, you know, find that good mentor or whatever. You know, it's a lot of brothers that we might see. I know for myself, I was influenced by the wrong ones being young, saying, you know, they had all this women or trying to get this money and doing different little things. But it's a matter of, and also for the older men to actually be an example for some of the young folks and pull them up. Don't be scared to talk to the youngest. Be like, oh, shorty, let me holler at you for a minute. Let me pull you up to something. You know, I try my best in here, but like in here, it's so segregated with the housing units, and you gotta be this place and gotta be that place. So that's why we try to do the program. But that's the biggest thing I think is reading and finding a good role model, man. You know, and it's scarce. It's hard, man. I was talking to my aunt the other day. I said, man, the men that I was, you know, exposed to, man, I said, man, it's very few. Even in the church, I say it's a couple that I had, you know, but it was very few that I could really look up to and be like, you know, that's a man right there.
Right.
That's what I should be like. I had to model myself after my dead grandfather I never met.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah, so those are the things, man. Getting in that library, reading, because school ain't going to do it all for you.
No,
School ain't. School is just going to teach you how to pass tests and, you know, it's going to give you the foundation and the basics, but to really learn what you need to learn, independent study, get in that library, do the reading, expose yourself to more. You know, don't be afraid. And with technology at your fingertips, all these iPhones, man, I don't think nobody got an excuse.
You got a point.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, bro.
Thanks, man.
Man, stay up, man. Stay up, man. Keep educating, man. Keep educating, bro.
JR Right and Freedom, man.
Make sure y'all go follow that page on Facebook.
We definitely gonna share your page too, man.
We'll be right back. We'll be on a break.
Appreciate you, sir.
Hey, get your peoples to call me, and so I can send them the show, all right? Okay.
This is a Poverty ENT exclusive. Next stop, Texaco. Strapped up, you already know. Fuck niggas hate, that's how it goes. Bros with me, yeah, it's time to go.
Because they had nothing else to do.
So it was like, imagine that your late husband was actually your father. I can't imagine that because that's disgusting.
Right, myself.
And then I would have to clean my basement because that's where my actual father resides right now. So, okay. The 60-year-old woman learned the truth about her husband, Percy, 6 years after he passed away.
Percy, though. Percy doesn't sound like that name.
Percy just sounds like a feminine boy.
Really?
Yeah.
But nobody told
you don't think
you
it?
at no point.
Sound
like Percy. Name. Look at Percy over there with his purse.
His name Percy.
Percy always switching.
And you just keep laughing at him.
That's a joke. What do you call it? What's the gay boy's name?
Percy.
Percy.
What are you doing, Percy? I don't even know what to say about this one. And I'm the one that said it. Oh my gosh, we're here every Tuesday at 7 p.m. The conversations can get deep. They can get out of this world. But we do them. BeExposedRadio.com. Talk Lately, the radio show.
Like the one thing you always gotta remember is people gonna try to project their insecurities onto you. But you can't listen to what them niggas saying. You gotta get out here and do your shit regardless. You gonna do what you love for the rest of your life anyway. So why not turn that shit into something? Be a man of everything you say. This shit bigger than me, man. Like yeah, I'm good and all that, but you know what I mean? I ain't shit without y'all. So no matter what you up against, go hard. It don't matter. Can you imagine how really having nothing is? Stomach growling, you ain't got no food in the fridge. Surviving on a jail diet of water and bread. No father figure, it's cause my father dead. Mom's bringing different niggas in and out the crib. No money, so you seen it's less than all your friends. But it a joke because your mother was a crackhead. Older sister hoeing off, giving all the homies head. I could wait for your response, but they love to hear me talk, so I'll just wait for the applause. I always knew that I was great, I got them haters so appalled. I'ma make it out the darkness, and my word is my bond. Delivering these bars while I'm gripping on my balls. Jealous niggas hate to see you succeed, so fuck them all. I'm the master of my destiny, nigga, you not in charge. You either on your grind or in the way, so get lost. Be a man of everything you say you stand for. Lead your people by example, being hands-on. If you're back against the wall, then get your mash on. Fix your vision on the future like it's fast forward. The world is yours in due time, ain't gotta ask for it. I'm from the school of hard knocks, I took a crash course. Shit be stressful, my nigga, that's why I'm getting high. But that's life, and it's the code that I live by. And you know how it is, where we at, nigga. They say money can't buy happiness, but I be happy as a bitch when I can have dinner. Learn from your losses or you end up like the last nigga. I fall off, I bounce back, I really come from the dirt. But if you wanna make it happen, gotta put in the work. The word will kick you when you down, and I know this shit hurt. And it's crazy cause your family is shit on you first. My sister stabbed me in my chest, I had a hole in my shirt. I never said a prayer for on my way to the hearse. I died twice that night, man, I'm just happy to be here. And shit like that is the reason I never be scared. Was drifting through the smoke in the field, I couldn't see clear. It's deeper than the rap, I'm where the bottom of the sea is. Just trying to make it happen till I happen to ball. It's all mind over matter, the fuck the matter with y'all, huh? Be a man of everything you say you stand for. Lead your people by example, being hands-on. If you're back against the wall, then get your mash on.
Listen to this flashback of Skyline Radio Show.
So where we at? Where we talk about the effects and what's going on in these schools.
Yeah.
And what people don't understand. Just real briefly, I just want to talk a little bit about what people say bullying is or is not. So bullying comes in many forms. It's a teasing, it's the cyberbullying, it's the texting, it's the phone calls, it's the posting of pictures and people's personal information to pretty much cause them harm, to have them feel insecure. It's the sex assaults that people actually put out there. There are physical assaults, and there are mental assaults and emotional assaults. And what I like to remind individuals that any aggressive behavior towards anyone that is unwanted and unwarranted, and an individual asks you to stop. Let's stop there. Stop.
And they should be respecting that.
Respecting that and respecting yourself, because when you're able to respect another person, you're able to respect yourself. And the way that you're able to show that respect is that you know that you have a gift, and you know you're uniquely made and that you matter, and then you also acknowledge that the next person beside you matters as well.
Right.
You know, and we lose that sometimes. Bullying is a behavior that underestimates the lives and legacy of you. I'm sure that when they was bullying me, and I'm sure when they was bullying you, they didn't understand who you're going to become later on. I didn't know.
Right, because I'm popping. I can't All right, let me tell you, all those people who felt like they wanted to say whatever to me, look at me now. It's like, no, y'all don't understand, but I've been through some things, okay?
And you know what? No. I applaud you and I salute you, because a lot of times we do not take the time to say, I'm okay, and I'm okay with me, and there's nothing wrong with me, and I'm amazing, and I'm blessed, and I'm strong, and I matter.
Join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. for Skyline Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
And listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Any trouble, because I get into any trouble, but I had a problem that this then became a discussion at that workplace environment. Now, the discussion was I should have been more sensitive. In what way was my first response? And I guess when I had to meet with that said person who had the issue with the person who was said leader of that organization, I said, well, to that person, how would I have known that? Well, you should have asked.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
I'm not really that intimidated.
Well, I mean,
I just gotta, you know.
We back. We back.
A lot of crackling. Yeah, we back.
We back.
We back.
We back.
Like I
back.
say, we had my man Jerel Wilson,
Yeah.
CEO for my kids.
For my kids, non-profit.
And shout out to my man Jamal Russell.
Yeah.
That called in.
Jerel Writing
Big
Freedom.
shout out.
If you want to look them up, and a few of his brothers, like he said, they got some good literature, some good books, and they in prison, and they try, you know, reform from where they at, so that our young fellas, sisters, you know, don't end up in that place, because like he was saying to us, if he wasn't tuning in, that basically our numbers, you feel me, they're becoming what's a good word? Like, I need a good word. Like
Epidemic.
Scarce, epidemic. There we go.
Yeah.
Epidemic, extinct. There we go. We need scary words to, you know, to wake up, so we can wake up and understand what's really going on, and how we being tricked out of our lives, how we being tricked out of our communities, just everything, period.
Yeah.
And we just not paying attention at all. And not only as I would say as a culture or a race, but just as a human race, we're not understanding how we're being tricked out of everything. So it's just time to wake up. And I'm just glad to be here with my man Jerel Wilson, because he, as I just know, he's been having something that's been going on. He said 12 years
Since 97, 98. You know, we've been doing it since 2006. It's really been as far as like franchise, license, corporation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we've been doing it all our life.
Right.
You know what I mean? But really, like, on that scale, that level, 2007.
Yeah.
You know, company-wise.
Get the people a little bit of your background, man. Let them know where
Well,
you
know,
come from, and
man,
give it to them. You gotta give it to them.
So, you know what they say. You know, I'm from the trenches and all that. I'm from all that. I done everything everybody done. You know, I think everybody in our city go through something, because we kind of jump out there early and try to gravitate to what's slick.
Yeah.
And then we realize, you know, once we get bit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This ain't what it's supposed to be.
Right.
You know, for me, I realized it through my friends when they used to get bit.
Right.
So, you know, I kind of like, all right, I learned through him. You know, I learned through Taji. I learned through Tyrone. You know what I'm saying? I learned through certain guys. You know, rest in peace to them guys. So I understood that. And you know, I come from East. I come from West. You know, we grew up down, like I was just talking, off of that Bond Street, Federal, Church Square, Broadway. We ran through all that. Then we came over West Baltimore. I went to Poplar Grove and Park Heights. You know, ran back into him, running through that.
Yeah.
So, you know, for me, I made a conscious decision, man, and just wanted to do the right thing. And then we were losing so many people at a rapid pace.
Yeah.
It was like, you know, I got to do something different. I got to educate, you know, some of these young brothers, some of these sisters, because, you know, everybody, you know, want to do that instead of this.
Yeah.
So, but the mindset is to get the money. So if you can figure out how to get them some money, and that's the biggest key, is transitioning their mind to something positive where they can just make some money.
Right.
If you can just show them how to make some money.
Right.
You know, see, we always can, you know, tell a kid, well, stop doing this or stop doing that, but how can you show them
Right.
when they got to go home and can't eat?
Right.
Or got to get up and their stomach hurt? You're going to tell somebody to pass a test when their brain hurt.
Right.
They ain't had no calcium.
Right.
They ain't had no orange juice.
Yeah.
The water already, you know, messed up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the demographics is much different now.
Yeah.
But the morals and the values that we learned, you know, I try to instill them still.
Yeah.
And it's hard. But, you know, like, I'm going to do, you know, we here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to keep pushing, because I believe, you know, it's a vision, it's a mission, and it's a motive, and it's a need.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's just a little bit of background. Also, you know, I went to college. You know, thank God, you know, never really been in no trouble. Been around it all my life.
Yeah.
Blessed to, you know, be here, man.
Yeah.
You know, studied criminal law, hung with the criminals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, guy went to school, played basketball, studied criminal law.
Yeah.
And hang with the criminals and not get in trouble. Because I needed to learn what not to do.
Right. Right.
That's why I was with them guys who was getting them things. That's why I was with them guys who was rolling up, shooting them dice. All right, I got y'all. Yeah.
Yeah.
And, now, I run a nonprofit program that help educate youth, get jobs, housing. We feed them every day. Get them in college. Like we just had maybe 4, 8, 12, 16 Job Corps students get paid daily to work on the resource center that I'm connected with.
Okay. That's
in
what it's
West
about.
Baltimore. Shout out to Rodney Carr, man. This guy, he's amazing,
Yeah.
He's taking me to another level.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, doing some big things, man.
That's what's up. That's what it's about,
Yeah.
man. Giving back.
Yeah.
And you definitely doing a great job of that.
Thank you, man.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Like I say, it took a minute, but we got you here.
Yeah.
Can we talk about your relationship with Keon a little bit?
Oh, man.
Just a little
That's my
bit.
big brother, man.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, man.
Rest in peace,
Lakeshia,
Keon,
man.
Because y'all had a vision, and I seen it.
So, we were like, when I moved to the county, man, 9th grade, I moved to the county. So, Randallstown. He was kind of like the thing in Woodlawn.
Yeah.
I come from the city. We different.
Yeah.
So I don't care nothing about those.
Yeah.
So I'm in Randallstown. We a little rivalry thing. So then we see each other. We kind of connect. He was going to Virginia Tech his junior year, and he came home. We had mutual friends.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't had no money one day, so he was like, "Yeah, I'm ready to go get something to eat." So it was me and Levi, my little cousin Levi, basketball player.
Oh, Sticks.
Yeah. So me and Levi. We sitting in the house. He's like, I'm gonna take y'all to get something to eat. And I was just like, all right. Then from there, we kind of connect. And then, he didn't get drafted, but he made it in the league, played 8.5, 9 years.
Right.
So we hanging together. And he was always coming home, seeing what I was doing.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo, you need to start doing this. You need to start doing that. Start working for these people. Come on, man, get a company, whatever. And I was like, nah, but I don't really want to make money off it. I just like helping people.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm already blessed.
Yeah.
So he was like, all right, let's create a nonprofit. The Carpenter's house. We're going to put for my kids at the subsidiary. We're going to go in the lab. We're going to get the paperwork. Bop. And we was running hard.
Yeah.
Doing events, doing college visits for kids, tours. He was taking like 100, 120 kids to college. We doing the camps. I'm doing the mentoring. Getting the therapy.
Right.
Just taking care of people.
Right.
Clothing, housing, whatever you wanted. Like, and we really was just running. We really didn't have structure.
Yeah. Right.
So we was getting structure here and there. He'd be out of town. I'd be here trying to do things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got a couple contracts, go in schools, help people, employ people. That was really cool. Didn't really have a good running with Baltimore City where they operate as a business.
Yeah.
And me learning the business young, kind of like flustered. We don't have a lot of money, black minority. So, went in a different direction.
Right.
But still kept the nonprofit serving the youth.
Right.
He passed.
Yeah.
It's crazy because, just jogging with his son, I had to get something to eat.
Yeah.
Dad, let's race. Get to the car, collapse.
Yeah.
I don't really talk about this too much. And, this is what it's for right here, for the world and the people to hear.
Yeah.
Because people want to know what happened. A lot of people don't know what happened. That's what happened. He jogging with his son, he collapsed. He had an aneurysm, cracked his head, started bleeding on his brain, took him for the worst, and that's what it was. It was amazing because you got a guy that's just healthy.
Yeah.
And, never played football all his life. Just one particular fall. Yeah, so how I'm like, wow, that's crazy. That's God's plan, I guess. Like, so the whole time we building different programs, housing programs for single parents, shut down academy, 200-300 youth, going across the world, playing Deion Sanders and them.
Yeah.
Just doing all types of stuff.
Yeah.
Me for my kids, the mentoring company, educating kids, getting them in school, getting them therapy, that type of stuff. Then we doing special delivery every year. We just helping like 100 to 500 families.
Yeah.
We was doing an event. I think, didn't you come to an event a long time ago?
A while ago, yeah.
Yeah, a while back ago. We used to do an event every year. Everybody bring a perishable item or a gift. You know what I'm saying? Then we had the families there. We announced the families. So, man, we done a lot, man. I mean, he taught me a lot. We done a lot. And I was grateful to be in his presence.
Right.
I was blessed to have a friend like that played professionally and still had the heart of a guy that's the 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Partied a lot.
Yeah.
Took trips, spent money.
Yeah.
Drove nice cars. You know what I'm saying? Helped
Lived
a
a
lot
good
of
life.
people.
Yeah.
You know? So I'm just carrying on all of that.
Exactly.
So for me, it's personal.
Yeah.
With us losing how we lost people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You've been through it.
Definitely.
So it's just personal.
Yeah.
And to go through that on top of what we going through, I gotta be something else.
Exactly.
You know, that's why, you know, everybody like, man, where you at? You gonna come march? I don't get it. Y'all marching, but sure they still going home hungry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
March down to my center where we doing that. Shout out to the Food Project, Michelle Suazo. You know what I'm saying? Where we help hundreds of people weekly. Feed them, educate them, mentor them. I ain't trying to like brag or anything.
Right.
But this why I'm here to let people know what's real.
Cool.
All that march from corner to corners and talking on it, that's cool.
Yeah.
But if you ain't getting them no jobs, if you ain't feeding them,
what's your purpose?
you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be marching at your crib soon.
Yeah.
Right.
Talking about I'm hungry. It's gonna be different.
Right.
Wordplay.
For any parents out there though
Wordplay.
that may need
know what I'm saying?
mentoring, where can let them know how they can get in contact?
They can get
with
in contact me at, you know, the Food Project, 424 South Pulaski. We got therapists on deck.
Okay.
We got a safe haven. We got a shelter. I'm partnered with the I Care Foundation, Rodney Carr.
Okay.
Like, it's really that simple.
Yeah.
www.formykids.net is the website. 443-841-9177 is the business cell.
Yeah, and that's Kids with a Z.
Kids
Y'all
with
see
a
that?
Z.
Y'all see, you got it on.
For My Kids is
Yeah.
you know, that's everything. That's the Facebook name, that's the Instagram name, that's the business name. That's just how it is. 4 to 7 every day down the Food Project, every day. Every day we got different workshops. We got different kids, we got different groups. It's something to see.
Sorry, go.
No, you good.
I wanted to know, do you have, could you see a lot of youth right now? Some you can see some of them are trying to find other things to get into. For instance, like the squeegee boys. So I want to know, do you have an idea, or did you ever think of something for them to, you know, be so it could be more effective and more efficient, and they can make a dollar and not.
So I got a couple ideas, right? Because I done pulled up one of them guys a couple times.
Right.
You know, some of them don't want jobs.
Right.
Some of them want to do that.
Right.
It's easy. See, where we from, it's easy to take the easy way.
Yeah.
But when I tell you, shorty, come do this and do that and do this, you got to get entitlements, meaning the ID.
Right.
Meaning go take a urine test. Meaning, you know what I'm saying? And it's okay. Like, we know, come on, we all like the bud before.
Right.
But I'm telling you how to get right and go back to it.
Right.
Sometimes they don't want to do that part.
Yeah.
And another aspect, if we got the 300 to 400 guys that's marching, every time we go to march, we put in a basket $2-3 per person. If we got 300 guys that be up there on Bloomingdale or Pop or wherever they be at,
Right.
and they gotta go to different corners. If we got 300 guys, we put $200 up a person, and I'll be a part of that.
Yeah.
Or even 3.
Right.
I think with 300 guys, $3 a person, I think I did the math. That would help fund them, and we're doing it weekly because they're doing the march weekly.
Right.
So that one particular march and dropping that donation will help fund some of them, if not all of them. But if we start doing the march on multiple levels in different places, just to fund them. So now we fund, not only we funding them for Sweezy, we actually funding them for nonprofits and certain other entities that can really use them.
Right.
So if you're doing construction, they painting. If you're doing, you understand what I'm saying?
We gotta go there. I
Like-
definitely need your number because I could look. That was my next thing.
It makes
'Cause I was
sense, like-
yeah, it does.
Now,
it
I
makes,
ain't-
it makes.
I ain't saying like I got all the answers, but if you're asking me what will we do,
Yeah.
I can give you a couple that will probably work.
Right.
If we're gonna get together, let's get together.
Let's really do it. Right.
If we put $3 up, 300 people. 3 times 300 is what? 3 times 3 is what?
3 times
3 is 9.
All right, so it's like $9,000, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Easy.
Right.
Easy.
Off of $3.
Off of
Right.
$3.
Right. So $9,000 will probably cover maybe 15, 20 kids for 45 days. So
Yeah.
now all we gotta do is have the meeting quarterly, which meaning every other week to donate the money. If you're struggling with money, you ain't gotta bring $3 every week. Just make sure you have your $3 every other week. And the $3 every other week will be able to cover the kids for 90 days. The math just went that simple.
That's simple.
You know what I'm saying? But it ain't on no paper, no, but it can be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's just an idea. But you know, when you give our city ideas and do stuff, you know, instead of us coming together, people think they can do it on their own.
Exactly.
And that's cool. You know what I'm saying? As long as you getting helping somebody and doing something cool with it. Because God got a plan.
Exactly.
He put the right people in the right place.
All the time.
Not only that, like I
got another idea for him too, though.
Yeah, when it comes to this, because like you said, because I'm tired of the depressing look of my city. So I believe I want to start first, like you said, like with the squeegee boys. Also, not with squeegee, pay them to clean up. I believe they're doing it if you pay them. I believe they're doing it if you pay them. You pay them
That's a
the
good
right
idea.
number for a certain amount of time, it'll get done.
Right.
I believe it'll get done.
Right.
Like because now it's like it's an incentive. You feel what I'm saying? I'm getting paid when I'm out for the summertime. I ain't got you from I'm working and now I'm also having because I want to bring the value back because when I was working for the city, I was doing the storm drain stuff. Like I was telling people, I stopped throwing trash on the streets. I stopped throwing trash even in the gutter because I felt like, damn, all this time I was contributing. I talk about the harbor and how green it is, but I was contributing to it. Right. So how can I talk about something that I'm contributing to?
You're a part of.
Right.
How?
Learned behavior.
So
it's all what we thought was cool. So not even you.
Right. We gotta go
so
to a break, y'all.
Cool, bro.
We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Please like and share the show.
You know, my nigga? We thought so much shit was cool.
The Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
period.
Real.
You right.
That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right. And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to if the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week. You don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you can question about where the child support is going. But if every time you pick up the child, they look nice, they ain't complaining about nothing, why are you worrying about where the money go at?
It is what it is. Radio show.
First they love you, then desert you. Leave with a plate full with no spoon. It ain't no space, I can't escape negativity. I got used to the taste. I've been bad, burned, then fucked over. But remain strong through the Passover. Kicking haters out of the way like masked over. Roll up, sip something, let it pass over. Who would I be? It ain't the man to me that let the next man take advantage of me. When that storm come, don't pan I see. Get with it, not without it, then you'll see. I peep the haters, they know I'm greater. That's why they buzzing for the elevator. But I can't save you, the weed too loud on the pedal stool. Don't carry fakers, always got your hand out demanding favors. When I just looked out, now you need more paper. I can't breathe, give me 3 feet. I never let y'all be the death of me. When my patients run that, yeah, nigga OT. Cause they wanna see me down like I'm NCT. 6 words, get the fuck away from me. Say I help you out if you can help yourself. I keep it G till I DIE. Now excuse me while I get back to PC. HOP ain't losing sleep while your third eye always on me. I'm stacking green just to feed the team. My boo, she know that I'm king when chasing my dream. These niggas it seems I rip them, trash them, then put on new jeans. See the problem is, man, you know, I keep it 100, man. Yeah, man, like if I got it, then you got it. Yeah, I mean, but if I don't got it, then I'ma give it. You feel me? But I definitely got you through the ride, man. Let's get it, yo.
I'm really getting tired of ungrateful ass niggas. They really about to turn me to a hateful ass nigga. Like I was never there when you never had figures. Pull triggers for you niggas when you caught up in the trenches. Man, I really don't get it. I don't know what's going on, but I really don't feel it. Niggas really know that I've been there from the beginning. But the more I see niggas side switching, make me wanna bring it closer to the end. And that's why I can't fuck around with these niggas. I'll fuck around with my hoes. Cause niggas acting like bitches and hoes acting like bros. Man, I swear I really don't get it. How people switch up they roles. First it was nothing but love, but nowadays I don't know. It seems like anything goes. Where can I go? Cause lately fucking with you, I just stand at a fork in the road. It's hurting my soul. When I'm around you, I shouldn't feel like I just stay on my toes. So where do we go from here? Get dough from here? Or are we gonna end it on the road right here? Cause either way, whether it's left or the right on my poverty, niggas gon' blow round here. Fuck cities up while we do shows round here. Keep our music up while we blow joy round here. Don't be looking something.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
I just hello? Like the A-Reds.
We live? Oh, we're back. Okay, thank you, sir. We're back. We was getting into it off air.
Because we want to know, because if y'all didn't notice, my man was coming, he came up with a strategy off his head, and we was talking numbers. That was something we can do, as men and as a group. We weren't even, you know, trying to get like, you know, city grants and things of that sort, because we know the money is not there.
Right.
And everything's going to be a front and a facade for the election and all that. We don't got time for none of that.
Right.
The money not there. I know it's not there. It's been spent, been gone. Caddy been ran off with damn near a quarter of it.
You know where that money at. You know where that money at.
Come on, man.
Yo,
We don't even want to go there, man. Well,
Yeah,
like,
man, it's
like
real,
my
though.
man said, we can come together. I'm definitely with a cause like that. I got $3 a week.
Yeah, so
I ain't gonna
you
lie.
know, and for me, it's guys that be spearheading that. You know, you got Stokey.
Yeah. Shout
You
out
got
to Stokey.
Uncle T.
Shout out to
You got
Uncle T.
Marvin McKinstry. Marv.
Yeah.
Like y'all guys, like if you hear me talking, that's a good strategy. You can implement that. When all of y'all meet up, just $3 a head. $3 a head. We spend that doing nothing.
Nothing.
$3 a head. It's like 200-300 of y'all.
And the strength in numbers.
The strength in
So-
numbers. That can fund the squeegee boys to all of our entities.
Yeah.
Everybody doing something. So now we got certain like youth works or civic works, quote unquote, job program training. Because
Right.
everybody has a
Yeah,
business.
yeah.
You can
Right.
pay the kids to come in and learn how to do this.
Yeah.
Because it's time spent. We can pay him to teach that. We can pay the kids to build brick or whatever somebody's business is.
Right.
Because you raise the money. We have a treasurer. We have different people that controls the money.
Right.
It's
Right.
time. It's time to have.
You know,
our,
just-
it's making our dollars.
I don't
Just
know.
to make our dollars.
Just my
circulate.
thought, man.
Make our
Because
dollars
the money
circulate.
ain't there, so you build it up revenue.
Yeah.
And since we marching and come together, just my thought.
I mean, that's how you have stuff like G Town and stuff like that. I'm
No, that's the truth, though.
You're right.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Oh,
Just,
and they stick
just
together.
imagine though, if we do that and it start building. So you got 200 people here, 400 people there, 400.
Paul,
Now
I
you
should
got,
be back fast.
then you got like 3,000 people.
Unstoppable.
Just imagine like
Community
3,000
to be
people.
back so fast.
3,000 people dropping off $3. Now you done make 15,000 in one day.
Easy. Yeah. Easy.
You know what I'm saying? We do that once a month. We got a treasure, we got somebody control the money, we
That
got
would be
somebody,
funny.
you know what I'm saying? Each bracket.
Right.
Because
The
rats-
treasurer has to go through a thorough background check.
By far. A pat down.
Yeah, pat down.
time.
No, but you know, just an idea, and that's something for them squeezy
That's
boys,
community
man.
building,
That's
man.
smart though.
That's something for them
community
squeezy
building.
boys, man. And that's community building, man.
That's-
And I ain't
that
thought
is-
about this yesterday.
Right. It's been on your brain for
Yeah,
a
man.
minute.
But you know, for me, like, you know,
feel
I'm not with that getting together and walking.
Yeah.
And being together, because there's a lot of fluff with a lot of that. I don't like to be around all of that. I get bad vibes, man.
Yeah.
I like, and everybody not good when you're around them, but I don't want to be around all them people though.
A lot
You know
of
what
stuff
I'm saying,
not
bro?
genuine. A lot of
you
them
know what
doing
I'm
it for
saying?
these double taps.
And the people like to be on TV and take these pictures and
Yeah,
stuff. You know, for me, like I said, like I never been a guy that, even when Keon used to do stuff, I was like, yo, you go ahead and talk. I just like to be in the
Be in the
cut,
back,
man.
yeah, the back.
That's just always been me.
Yeah.
And I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? That's I already got my call and my mission.
Yeah.
It ain't to be in the stand. It's okay, put the idea together, give it to somebody, let's run with it, let's figure it out.
Yeah.
You go ahead and click. Because
Right.
that's what life about right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You
know what I'm
get
saying?
good
Right.
experience with somebody just
Like about
I like
like
that.
But
I
you know,
like
for
that.
me, bro, we can't take our kids with that.
No.
We gotta take our kids with integrity based and
Yeah.
real stuff.
Yes, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we know in the end, that's what's going to save you.
Yeah, man.
I believe, like I tell everybody, I believe all this shit going to shut down one day. And it's going to be a
And you know,
it's going
could
to
you,
be a rude,
and could you imagine? And I tell the
what?
kids this, right? We be having this class. I say, pull up the map.
Be ready to strap your boots
So
up.
pull up the map, look on your phone, tell me where Baltimore at. Then tell me where Texas at. Tell me where Chicago at. Tell me where Florida at. Let's see how big they are compared to us. Now tell me how many murders they got.
Right.
Tell me murders we got. I said, do you remember when that happened to Freddie Gray? How they had the National Guard here and you had to, and they was yanking people out the street.
What?
You had to go in the
I
house
got
with a
yanked.
curfew. I said, if we keep it up,
They coming back.
we will be like that.
They coming back.
Because we don't respect nothing.
No.
See, back in the day,
don't.
we had aunts and neighbors. Boy, it's time, your mother, you need to go in the house, whatever. Even when the real dudes was getting money.
Right. They gonna tell you.
If they didn't see that it was something in you to be out there,
Oh,
you
yeah.
wasn't out
You
there.
wasn't out there, right.
Now you got everybody, then how you hustling with your pants? Like, I mean, you hitting with your pants hanging out, bro. Like,
They
you want to go to jail.
Generation crazy.
Like,
I'm going in the bar, bro. I don't even mean to cut you off. I'm going in the bar, and like the man, like these And I turn around and right here, I could have just backed up and there's a police car and the police is in there.
Right.
And he just yelling.
Diesel. He might have been with them.
I never seen nothing like it.
Yeah,
they on the corners,
Oh,
they
they
chilling,
respect 'em.
and everybody's still like this. They moving.
Yeah,
They
know what
moving.
they doing.
I said, wow. I guess he just on the corner just making sure ain't nobody getting killed.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now it's just
Pretty
open
much.
market.
It's just open market.
Until we feel like investigating you.
It's like
Now we got the quarter. We need them and them next week, man.
Yeah.
Throw the indictment on them. It's like the wire.
Yeah, it's terrible out here, man.
It's
It's that easy. They gonna do it in front of the officers, in front of they ain't got the.
And you know we lost the respect for everything, man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Like
anytime, like you can kill women like we doing.
Yeah.
And you know what's sad? A lot of people get killed. A lot of women get killed. But when you see CNN and when you see the news, you don't hear about a lot of women getting killed in certain areas,
Right.
states and cities. For some reason, Baltimore just ranking top in all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Women, abortion rate, HIV, recidivism, crime, black on crime, truancy. Like, come on, give it a break.
But listen,
give it a break.
We at first we was a city that our light never wanted to be shined upon us at all.
Right.
So I feel like sometimes definitely now, I'm definitely mad about what's going on and everything, like you saying, we first in this and first in that.
Mm-hmm.
Yet at the same time, like I tell people, if you don't know, Baltimore is the city to be known, like one of our saying is the first. Like we are the first. We're the city of the first. Meaning like we had the first street lights. We had a lot of we got one of the longest blocks in the country here. Like it's a lot of things that happened. It started in Baltimore, Maryland.
Man, look, listen, Baltimore is historic.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania Avenue.
So historic.
Was the
Pennsylvania Avenue, like Lil Melvin, Sammy Davis Jr., Billie Holiday.
Yeah. James Brown.
Before it was New York, in that Broadway, it was that Baltimore.
Yeah.
It was that right there, that Penn North, that Shake and Bake right there.
Yeah.
They had them, you know what I'm saying? I looked it up.
Yeah.
I researched, like, wow. You know, they was playing numbers, making, you know what I'm saying? It was a lot going on.
I'm not a religious person, right? I tell people.
There's a lot going on, man.
The Pope got to come here before they become the Pope.
Yeah, I know.
The Archdiocese is here in Baltimore.
It's here in Baltimore.
This where
the
Catholic,
city that bleeds.
this where the Catholic religion.
And I'm gonna tell you,
started here in Baltimore. When it came to this country, it started in Baltimore.
And I'm gonna tell you the realest
I'm
thing.
just saying, I'm talking about some real
You right.
rich. Because I had an argument with somebody about this. Somebody asked me. The argument was this. They was like, "Who you think got more money, Jews or Catholics?" And I had to scratch my head. I had to think about it. I said, "Listen,
That was
I'm
a
gonna tell you."
conversation.
Yeah, it was. It was an argument.
Okay.
I said, "Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I see a lot of Catholic churches in the city, and I don't never see them really like shut down or anything. And I don't never see a lot of people go in them. And I also know a lot of like Catholic like based organizations that own a lot of buildings. And a lot a lot of stuff.
It was
in
different
this city.
areas too. Different. See, like Jews control certain part of Park Heights.
Yeah. We gotta go to a break, y'all.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
Shout out to everybody at G-Town.
Getting to the money.
Okay. If I sit around, hold up. Look. If I sit around, hold up. Yeah. Rebel up. Let's do it.
If I sit around, I'ma smoke some more. Wasn't even thinking about smoke before, but I'm in my head and I'm in the bed. Don't know who I am, like I'm wearing a mask. Working mode, tell them where the cash. If you wear the cash, tell them where the cash. You playing for you, gon' run it back. Don't make promises, but I promise that. Don't promise me, cause I ain't into that. Fell in love with that and got hurt from that. That was all over and the curtains back. can't see you not noticing that. I'm letting it go, it ain't holding me back. Yeah, I'm on dice, but ain't come for the crack. Drinking with Uncle, we only do jack. How I'm alive, I thank God for that. Praying about it, things getting better. Open it up with my name on the letter. Why you crazy about it? Saying whatever, you shy to be you. You know you gotta be you. Sometimes I need privacy too. Yeah, you know I ride. You know I ride, and you know you ride for me too. Yeah, you know I. Look, you like getting that hit for real. When it's me and Murray, just us, we chill. I'm in a rush to get off to get you. Never ever had to floss to get you. Pay the dues that it cost to kiss you. Rug burns on the carpet with you.
Oh yeah. Come on, dog, throw this in there. Gotta dedicate this to the homie out of New Orleans. Break. Said she wanna bump that. You wanna do it? Go ahead, do it. I sit around. I sit around. I sit around.
You're like an internal bleeder. Can't see your pain, but it can silently kill ya. So deeply wounded, but don't say a thing. Too afraid of what the people may say or think. So you just sit there and you suffer in silence. Your pride won't let you just uncover your secret. Don't wanna look weak in your image, it ain't worth losing. So you just act as if it's nothing happening. God sees you, and God hears you. Yes, God loves you. You're like an internal bleeder. Can't see your pain, but it can silently kill ya. Suicidal, depressed, but you won't say a thing. Too afraid of what the people may say or think. You feel alone even though the people surround you. Popping pills every night even though you know they can't solve it. The emotional pain, it just seems way too heavy. Your mind is racing, wanna scream, somebody help me. God sees you, and God hears you. Yes, God loves you. These type of people sit right under our noses. We don't find out till we're on IG scrolling. We post a few memes, but then it keeps on happening. Something's gotta change, we gotta start talking and telling the truth without the fear of judgment. Gotta come together and really start loving and heal these people cause they slowly dying. Help them believe that their life is worth living. God sees you, and God hears you. Yes, God loves you. I pray there's an end to this suicide demon. We losing people too soon, they cutting and bleeding. They think no one cares, so I wrote this song to tell you, my God, He cares and He can heal you. He sees you when you're crying yourself to sleep, wondering if anybody hears me. You tell yourself you can't go on no more, but your life is worth fighting for. Don't leave this world too soon. There's so many people who really love you. Jesus is calling for you. He knows and He can heal you. I know you're hurting deep down inside, but my God, He came to give you life. You think no one cares, so you just sit there. I'm talking to you, get up from there. You gotta believe there's something better. So much better. God put purpose deep inside of you. The whole world is waiting for you. You. the times when we cared for one another, we shared the same respect. What is happening? We're trading what's important for shiny things. I can't allow this.
Skirt, 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 skirt. Start, skirt, 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 start, start. I be up in the way. I be up in the way. I be up in the way. I be up in the way.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Applause is up, and we're live.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back.
Mr. Wilson, I'm gonna let you introduce our next guest or our guest.
It's a pleasure to have, my therapist in the building. She take care of not only me, but maybe 40, 50 of our youth. And currently rising with our programming that we got going on in different schools and programs. Miss Lakeshia, she's over to my left. Part of the process.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. I'm amazing.
Let the world know. Let the world know. Give them a little background.
A little background.
And also speed it up a little bit and let us know why you got into doing what you do.
So originally I'm from New York, came down to
originally
from New York, Brooklyn, Brownsville all
Okay,
day.
Brownsville.
So the thugging and rugging, thugging and rugging.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
So came down to Morgan State University, did undergrad in social work, master's in social work. And from then, I actually moved back to New York and started getting into the foster care field.
Okay.
I actually came down to Morgan to do photography, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so I was called to social work just because I went through my own stuff. I had my son in my sophomore year of school. I had to make it. My mother dropped me off and said, "What you gonna do?"
Yeah.
I said, "I'm gonna go to school."
Right.
So I did that. I got my master's in 2010, and ever since then, I've been working in and out of foster care with the community. Part of my mission has always been teaching our youth about who they are, just where you come from and what you're doing. I hate the misappropriation of African American males in the school system, so I fight against that. I fight against everything that goes against what we don't do.
Right.
Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So as a social worker, as a therapist, I want to, put in people's brains about they label you with something because they say what you can't do.
Right.
So that's why you have a label.
Right.
So that's my background. That's why I'm here.
Okay.
I've been breaking that barrier. Since I was born, I was been what you say? I can't.
Right.
You said that to me. You tripping. Like,
They say that you can't, so other people can.
Yeah.
So let's be clear. They give you a diagnosis, so other people can make some money.
Right.
They say that you can't, so that someone else can.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
Do you ever get so wrapped up into what you do that you may have to sit back and get counseling yourself?
Actually, I'm a therapist that had a therapist. But what sucked about it was I was able to pick apart everything that the therapist was trying to use on me.
Right.
Literally.
Yeah.
So I had to say, okay, well, is this really working? Do I really need therapy, or do I need to now break down the things that I'm telling her for myself and figure out how can I apply it, I guess, in a more real approach? So yes, I have definitely been in the hot seat.
Had to ask that.
Yes, of course, because I think it's real. It's very real. Everybody needs therapy. Everybody. And I tell people a lot of times, therapists, they tell you therapists need therapists. It's hard because you sit down in the seat and you're like, well, and this is for anybody though. Can I tell you what's going on and you not judge or you not question my credentials? So it's a real thing. It's a real thing.
Have you ever seen mini you in any of your clients?
Oh yes, those are the clients that I hold underneath my wing because I'm single mom, all these the narrative of the whole get down, and I try to teach all the youth, men and young ladies, don't be stupid. That's what it really comes down to. Make a decision, stick with it, and if you can't make a decision, ask me or tell me what your options are. Because Ms. Lakeshia's here to tell you a different kind of story.
Yeah,
So
help you make the decision.
help you make a decision. Because at the end of the day, if you go out here and you can get shot today or tomorrow, you can get whatever today or tomorrow. But you got to sit here and say, I was able to make a certain decision.
And you know, a lot of times what we found out is that, like, I want to be able to come to Ty and say how you feel about me doing this.
Yeah.
And not you beat me
really
up.
Ridiculed
if you
about
think
it.
it's weak.
Right.
Because if you think it's weak, 9 times out of 10, I'm going to do what you think. So if you think it's weak, and I'm talking to my little younger peers,
Yes.
I ain't doing it because he doing it. Like you know, we took some kids camping. So we had a certain amount going. So initially we had this amount going and signed up. Then we had this amount when a couple, quote unquote, older, real ones was like, I don't want to go this week. You had a couple that followed them. So they went, had the ball, everybody come back, oh, I wish I would have went. And I try to explain it, stop following people because you think.
Absolutely.
Like,
Absolutely.
stop.
What do you want to do?
Absolutely.
And a lot about, it's about, and that's why I say who's ever the leader, the guy who's getting the money, the guy who's dressing the best, the guy who has the most influence over our kid, that's who they're going to
follow.
So a lot of times I try to get with them guys.
Yes.
Go to them first.
If I can't get to the kids, let me get to them first.
Yes.
Even the ones that's getting money. Hey, look, boy, you know this boy ain't right.
Exactly. Exactly.
You want him out there, you know he in our program. He come in every day to get food and get so I know you don't.
It's about normalizing things. You have to normalize it. You have to say that you are not the only one going through this. I probably went through this. Miss Lakeshia is still probably going through this. Let's be clear. And so what happens is we take the, what I love about what we do, first of all, is that we take the technicality out of all of this. I love to sit down with you and be like, so what's really going on? And don't BS me about it. Like, for real. You know, because we have to go there. I identify with that. You know, the same way that you asked me. Was I am that young lady. I was here. My mother dropped me off. I was thugging and rugged from Brownsville, Brooklyn at 16, 17, 18 years old. So I am that young lady who had to come and sit myself down. I had to sit down in order to be able to do it.
And then connecting with these youth, they have the gift to see who cares. Because I've been in the school system since 1995.
In a split second.
They can tell who
They're
cares.
gonna pick your apart quick.
That's my thing. I
pick your apart
quick. I got
they know
mad
who's
with
real.
Because my son was playing football and my 2 nephews were playing football. Well, actually, all of them were playing football. So at one point in time, like when you, as a person that's a fan of sports, like if you know if your kids or your nephews playing, you want them going hard. Like I understand you might, like I tell you, like, look, check this out. This is how many people go to the NFL out of this whole big size of Skittle bags, and I pull out 1 Skittle, boom.
Right.
That's how many go. Right. You want to be? Do you want to be that guy? This how hard you got to work.
But you know what's the problem is?
And so it start to dwindle down. So then I start asking, well, what do you like? Like one of my nephews, he like to draw. Man, he love to draw. He love art. So I'm like, why are you wasting your mind with money? You keep on saying you want to play football. You only want to play football because you see me being happy about my son playing football. But he wants to play.
True.
Like I really set him down, broke him down. Do you want to do this? Because I'm not wasting no money. I'm not wasting no time.
Right.
What do you want to do? Let me know. If you want to twirl, you want to be the best twirling jumping person. Okay. I will be sitting there twirling jump, son. Twirling jump.
Right.
Like I'm that type of father because I understand. Like you said, I understand. You be you. I was always me. Like I always pride myself on being me. I don't care.
And you can like it or not. You have to pride yourself on that too. And I love that.
That's why you still here.
And that's so funny though, because I literally was just having conversations with some of my colleagues before, and my homegirl came to me and said, "Hey, you know something? My homeboy, he draws really well, but he doesn't believe that he draws so well." And I said, "Well, you know, that's an internal thing. Something's going on." But she was like, "Yeah, I know why. His mother never told him he was good enough." This man is 30-something years old. I can show y'all now. Follow him on Instagram. Talented as all get out. And he still does not believe that he has the talent to go anywhere with it. And that's exactly what I told her. And I said, you know what sucks is that as grown people who have elevated, and sometimes we think about these things, right? You cannot continue to grow with people or with plants that have not even been watered. That is a problem.
Definitely.
How can I grow with you if you've never been watered? So now let's try to water some of these kids. Let's try to water some of these people. Because now what we're doing, we're not setting them up to grow in society. We're making them loners.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You can't grow with somebody who's never been watered.
True. I like that.
Sheesh.
That's deep.
Yes,
I like that.
No one told them that you was great. That one person, and that didn't have to be your mother.
Right.
That one,
Nobody
you could
ever-
do
nobody
it.
ever
You
told
could
me that,
do
though.
it.
Yeah.
You know, just thinking about it. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
just
Even the little girl I have
You know what I
now.
mean?
The little
Like,
girl I have
you
now.
great. You could be great at this. You could be great at this.
Let me tell
Nobody
you.
ever told us that stuff
The
growing up.
little girl I have
don't care
right
what we
now,
did.
I took a little girl in, right? And part of the reason why I came in a little late today was we had to celebrate. She had an amazing report card. When I tell y'all, this little girl has not been in school like a year and a half. I got her in school. We rocking and rolling. Year and a half. Her report card was amazing.
She one of the kids in my program.
And I
Y'all want shout
literally.
out? Shout out.
Who?
out.
Miss Lanaya, you did
Nah,
amazing.
that's
I
what's
love you. Thank
good.
you. Like, you are amazing, little girl. I
Keep it up,
promise
good work.
you.
I don't think she
You
knows,
are
but
amazing.
She gonna hear this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what's up,
you
girl.
are
Right.
amazing, and I promise you, I
I
do
told you,
anything
I
for
told
you.
you.
You know
I
that.
told you already.
Yeah, like she's
out,
super
peace out.
dope,
Yeah.
and so we took her out today. But she, you could tell her face that she didn't know what was happening. She didn't know a surprise. So I literally sent my children away just to hang out with her.
Okay.
And so she was like, "Well, what's this, Miss Lakeshia?" I was like, "We're good. Come on, you know, you had such a dope report card." So she didn't even get it. So we're talking now, and she's talking about, "Well, it's basic," and this. I said, "Oh, so you got standards for yourself now?"
Yeah.
Because you've never even had any standards.
Right.
I said, "What?"
And don't get it twisted. How old is she?
15.
15.
Yeah.
And at 13, she will beat you up.
Yeah.
Everybody.
On up. Well, she for grown people.
Oh man.
Click the pistol once or twice.
Okay.
She's come a long way.
No, just got the box off. If the box off,
Still on the box.
Okay.
you understand what I'm saying? But we talking about short-term goals and measures.
Yes.
Like if so when we get something that's put into our situation, it's put into our situation for a reason. That's any of us.
Yeah.
And if you who you say you are, you got to make sure that situation
Resonates without.
Right.
Yeah.
All right,
You know what I'm
don't go no. I ain't mean to cut you off. We gotta go to another
right
break.
back.
Gotta
Be
pay
right
some
back.
bills. Don't go nowhere. It
That
is
is
what it
cool,
is.
man.
Radio. Please like and share the show. Mr. Pieces is doing this, y'all.
Say he's dead. Oh,
6 years after he passed away.
It states she reportedly had heard rumors, but nothing substantial. But then you put the rumors to
While they
death.
were still married.
You sentenced the rumors to death.
While they still were married, she heard rumors.
Right.
Okay.
Probably all her life she's heard rumors. Like
Yes,
you're
that was
dating,
her
you know
father.
you're dating your dad, right? Y'all look just alike. I'm like, girl, somebody told me you dating your father. You know, that's what kind of thing. But you know he gay, right, Percy?
Please, why are you laughing at him? Don't laugh at him. Please don't.
Okay, let me continue with the story.
Oh, man.
Even today, it's still funny. Oh my gosh, if you haven't heard this show, it's Talk Lately, and it's only on BeExposedRadio.com every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and on YouTube. Just go to Be Exposed Radio.
Long live Pop. Y'all can go ahead and cry now. I'm gonna show these niggas what to do with one of your beats, man. I am Gas, by the way. Strong woman story should have been on CNN. Nobody knows what it's like being Gwen. Windows closed in the house, it ain't no CNN. Can't gain weight for years, she been being thin. Single mother, no help from the system. When they was giving out food stamps, she missed them. Birth certificate, baby daddy, she couldn't list them. But her son was so beautiful when she kissed him. Blame it on love, but nigga she could've died with. Destroyed the whole world and found out she was a side chick. The nigga loved his wife and it got hard to hide it. So when Gwen confronted him, he ain't even denied it. Her fault, depends on who you asking. She tried to be a stripper, but the tip out was taxing. Buying all the purses, trying to keep up with the fashion. And her mama hated babysitting with a passion.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
I think she was driving the bus.
Okay.
And we're live.
We're back.
We're back. So, to the viewers out there, we have CEO of a mentoring program. We have a therapist here.
Yeah.
You hear what we're talking about. I don't want to hear about, I don't have anywhere for my child to go.
No, none of that.
We bringing it to you.
We got
live
it
and direct.
Right here. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I just recently, I don't know if anybody been looking at my Facebook or whatever, or if anybody has that been tuning in. Y'all know I recently known 2 young females that went through a little something or whatever, and their parents had posted them or whatever, and they went through a little something. And I'm not judging anybody because no household is perfect.
Right.
Yet, you feel what I'm saying? We have it, like he said, we have a therapist here. So you feel me? You got my Facebook, or you want to DM me, hit
Please
me up.
reach out.
You feel me? Reach out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm not going. I will leave you. Y'all know I'm transparent, but that's just with myself. I will leave you disclosed on any social media platform. I will not do that to you.
Yes.
This when it comes down to serious matters like this, because I want we gotta fix this. We gotta fix it.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
This is something that I'm going through. Maybe you can help me.
Okay.
All right. I grew up with Clay Courts, right?
Okay.
My mother was married to my brother's father. He used to beat the shit out of me, like abuse me, right? So growing up, I had that resentment, like, yo, when I see him, I'm gonna say something to him. Fast forward, I let it go, right? Then my brother died, his father. My brother died, which was, like I say, his father. And my family, we basically redone some stuff to cater to the father for him to be able to come to the funeral. He didn't come. So after that rage came back up. So now, whenever I see Mr. James Bishop, I got some things to say.
Right.
Am I retarded?
No, you're not retarded. It's residual.
It's actually
It's
normal.
residual. It's very normal.
You just gotta know how to deal with it.
Yeah. Let me tell you, anything that we go through, I think what sucks is that we take the normalcy out of feelings. You are supposed to be sad when something sad happens. You're supposed to be mad if something mad happens. You are supposed to be happy if something good happens. And we're supposed to be excited if something happens. These are normal feelings that we learn about every day.
Right.
But what we don't learn is how to fucking deal with them. That's what we don't learn. We don't learn how to, or we don't even learn that it's normal. Because even like, let's take me out of the situation. Let's take all black men. Y'all not supposed to be sad about nothing.
Yes.
Why? When I'm sitting here telling you now, I don't know how you old, sir, that it's okay for you to be sad. Now you don't already taught how many generations of sons and other daughters that black men are not sad.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So what we are not taught, like I said, is how normal these feelings are, and what you do with them is actually the issue. So when you get mad and you out here and you shooting up something, that's not a normal reaction.
Right.
Now sitting here and saying, yes, I'm mad about something and I'm going to shoot some hoops or something, that may or may not be a normal reaction based on who you are.
Right.
You may want to draw, you may want to have, but no one has ever put in front of our kids other avenues.
Right.
Because you know what happens as parents, and I'm going to say one, we hide what it looks like to be in situations. We say, we don't want our kids to go through this. So we hide what sad look like. We hide what broke look like. That's why kids have fallacies of life. Right, you get where I'm coming from? We hide these things as adults, but it's generational now. Because why? What we seen was our parents, they talk beyond themselves, right? We grew up from the era of what stays behind closed doors stays there. It's grown folk business. This, that, and the third. Not realizing that if they don't see mommy or daddy go through a trauma, how do I handle this trauma?
Right. I feel you.
And speaking on trauma, you know, what we really touch on when we dealing with our youth.
Right.
We all affected.
Right.
And we all been affected.
Absolutely.
But the majority of us haven't been cleared.
Yep.
And trauma gonna always be in you. It's just how you manage.
Exactly. And that's why I try to tell people you have to.
It's about management.
It's about management, but it also is about this. You have to understand. If you have one individual that's jacked up, that one individual is part of a family. Yeah. That means that if the family is together and cohesive, that means the family is now jacked up because they are now gathering around that one individual, right? Yeah. So in the way the world is supposed to work, because that family is jacked up, the community is now wrapped around that family, right? That's if the family and the community and the individual is strong. Right. What makes up a strong community is a strong individual. If you want to go backwards. Right. But let's go forward. If you don't have a strong individual to have a strong family, you don't have a strong community. So where are we at now? In the catch-22 of fuckery?
Right, right.
Pretty much.
Because we don't have enough people to say, I want to be strong enough for to be this family, to create another strong family, to create a community of strong families.
Oh, well, you got one right here. Yeah. I'm going to tell you straight up, like what you just now said about the whole, because I teach my sons, like I've been molding my brain to reconstruct it. Like the other day, I was like, my son was sad about something. I think he fell or something, or it was something like that. Where though he was sad, and I rephrased my words. I was like, I said, you okay, son? He said, yeah. I said, all right, stop crying. You don't have nothing to cry for. I said, no, I'm sorry. You do. I think he stubbed his toe or something. I said, you do have a right to cry, son. I said, go and get it out. I said, you don't, but I say, because you know your child and you know the extension of how, like, what they're going to do and how they're going to cry. So I'm like, well, you don't have to, scream and everything, because I understand you hurt you. So go and get it out, son. And next time, if daddy do like this, when it happens, if you want to do that, cool. If not, let it out. Right. If you ain't got to, like, I'm right here, son.
But see, you're a man who have dealt with your own emotions. Right. We're dealing with, exactly, but now listen to what we're coming for. And even women, let's see this twisted. We always had this narrative of the strong black man, but look how the dynamics have shifted. We have these women who can't even stay in relationships because we don't know how to give into our men. It's not that, I'm going to be honest, I'm a strong black woman, but my problem is, I want you to be able to do everything that you can for me. I want to see that man in you. But I know that if you can't, baby, I still came with a baggage that I still have to pick up. So now I might overshadow you. Right. Because I know I still have to do it. And if we haven't trusted each other from the inception of this, we are already jacked up.
Especially, growing up.
What you
touch
see.
on what you were saying. You
it's
like,
what you see.
He okay. He fine. I don't care what we did. You could have fell, bust your head.
Stitches, everything.
Somebody could have got shot in front of you.
Yep.
You could have got put out your house.
Yep. You okay?
You okay?
Right.
You got it.
I really was never
not okay.
Right.
Never.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Never.
I found my little brother dead.
Yeah.
On top of losing Keon, my best friend, I found my little brother. The first one. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never got over that.
Yeah.
And people wonder why I do what I do. I do what I do because I've been through so much.
Yeah.
Right.
It's accumulated, it's added up, it's a whole bunch of stuff.
And you just don't want to see nobody else go through it.
I just wake up and I'm like, damn, I wonder what Claude doing. You know what I'm saying? I wonder what you would have been doing. You know what I mean? But it's the matter of fact, like, that's trauma.
Yeah, it is.
I can't never get over that because it always hit me. So I'm telling you, us, and she know, it's how we manage it.
Yeah.
On top of the other things, but more so, like, you can't manage it by going out here drinking, putting your hands on people, cussing people out and being mad at everybody. They didn't put you in your situation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So every day I get around a bunch of people, a bunch of kids, they don't know what I'm going through.
Right.
But I still had to keep it
pushing.
You
But
know
even
what I mean?
within that, we have to learn that the keep it pushing is a thing of the past too. Because we start to block it out and say, you know what, I still gotta go to work today.
Right.
No, you don't. You have a choice.
You need to get some help.
Let's be honest. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Because I know we have all financial struggles, and this is not coming from somebody who doesn't. You get what I'm coming? This comes from, at some point you have to put your mental health first.
Right.
At some point you have to say, is this worth it?
Right.
Because if you wake up every day and say, oh, I think I'm miserable, but I'm going to walk into this building every day, you really are miserable.
Right.
And how much are you really living in what you're supposed to be doing? And what are you teaching other people? And what energy are you putting out there even to your own kids? Because if your kids see you go to a 9-to-5 that you hate every day, they're going to say, well, and I learned this lesson because I have a young black boy. I have a 13-year-old son, right? He seen me grow up in college. I had him my sophomore year of college. So I made my way for him to live a different life. All I want him to do, he ain't got to do nothing. He spoiled us all, get out. Just go to school, son. This man came to me and told me that he was not going to college, or he don't mind going to college, because he know he got to get a job and he got to work, because I ain't got to do everything. I said, hold on, wait a minute. I'm pretty decent. I'm actually doing all of this so that way you can go to college and not work.
Right.
What are you telling me, kid? Like, we had to literally sit down and have a conversation about what your role really is. You get what I'm saying? Because these kids are watching our narrative. He doesn't understand that I actually love what I do. This is not a job for me. I did this because I love what I do. So he's looking like, because sometimes I am stressed out about it, or because I am whatever about it, but he don't get that I'm not changing it. You get what I'm saying? So I try to teach them to live in purpose. Do what you got to do. Live how you want to live. And that's what we don't teach our kids.
Do what you got to do.
And do what you got to do.
So you can
to
do
get
what you
there.
want to do.
Exactly. That part.
That's what I'm on right now.
You got to.
I tell a lot of people a big clarity moment came in my life when I was able to, and it was the time, and it come, a lot of people say it come like this. At the time I was broke. You feel me? I wasn't like depressed. I was just angry. And I was just tired of being angry. So I just, one day I just sat there and I just thought about like what was really wrong with me. You understand what I'm saying? And I was like, you know what's wrong? Right now you mad a little bit. And these are the reasons you mad. But you know what? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right.
You're alive. You don't feel like doing this no more because you feel like you have plateaued past that. Like that's it's not as it's you judging people who do it anymore or it's beneath you. It's just that you see what it does. You see what it does to people. You see what it does to the community. You see what it does to you. You know what I'm saying? It was a time when it was experimental to be straight up. It was like this: either go hit the streets for some money, and do what I normally do when I get in this type of crisis, when my mind bubbling and it's going, and I want money just because I want to feel like myself because I feel like money, and that's when I got mad. Like, damn, money that got you that attached to it, nigga. Like you that attached to money, like. You can't take it with you, bro. Like that's when I just start sitting back. Like
you jeopardizing your whole mental health.
Yeah,
like something that's gonna come or go regardless. Because if you get it, you're gonna spend it.
I know how.
If you don't get it,
I start thinking about it like this.
You're gonna still spend it in your brain.
I said, look. I said, damn. If you really want it, you really can go out this door, call such and such. You can be right back to what you used to do. But where is that going to get you?
It's decisions. It's all about
where's that going to get you?
And that's what happens. At least you are older now to say that. We are talking about, I can't even say 15, 16-year-olds no more. We're talking about 10, 9, 8-year-olds walking around our rec center with a blicky. Talking about something, he ain't got no choice. You 8.
Can't.
What you mean? You could have came in here and told me that you didn't have it. You 8 years old. I would have still said baby. And I can't imagine because my daughter is 7. And my daughter baby talk to me still sometimes. So I can imagine you being 8 and you got to feed your family and you're carrying the gap too.
Where you at? Yeah.
Huh? Where you at? You said where I'm at? In Baltimore right now. Oh, I live in East Baltimore now.
No, what Shorty told you that.
Oh, Southwest. Southwest Baltimore.
Shout out to Southwest Baltimore.
Yes.
Shout out to Southwest Baltimore. That's where I jumped on the porch. That's where I'm from.
They jumping off all the porches. But you get what I'm saying? It really is the issuance of trauma. How do we deal with it? And then we get the wrong people to deal with it. Because I can tell you, I can sit right here with all my degrees and all my credentials and tell you the textbook definition of trauma. Right? I can. I can. But what happens is it doesn't resonate with me or you. I had to sit down for you to tell me that you was mad at your stepfather to tell you that's traumatic. That was a trauma. You just looking at me like, what you mean? We was going to get away with it. You never going to hit him up or what? I wasn't going to hit him up.
You never got over it.
And you not.
That's why you wanted to say something to him.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with it.
I still want to say something.
Because you still have trauma. And you're supposed to. And watch how better you feel.
After you say something.
I did that to my job. After 10 years. I was trauma. Like traumatic. Like I gotta tell this lady how I feel. I can't keep coming to work every day.
But even if you don't tell it later, you have to resonate it within yourself. You get what I'm saying? Sometimes we say that and we feel like we have to find the outlet. That was good. But it's not even the outlet. Sometimes we are the outlet. If you resonate that's why one of my main mantras is no one can fucking check me. Because if I resonate with it in my brain, it's pretty much solid. So if I already said this is traumatic to me and I'm not doing this because I feel away, I'm not doing it. And you should be able to do the same thing. If you know that interacting with that man is traumatic to you, now you have to take the steps for it to no longer be traumatic. What is it that I'm not saying separate yourself, but what are the things that you know that you got to put in line? And it may not be talking to him. It may not even be having a conversation. And I'm going to.
But for him,
for you it may be.
For me, I got to ride down Calvert, Lombard, whatever one of the streets where they be directed traffic. When I see his little black ass, I'm gonna pull him over.
And you got, and you may
exactly. And it has to happen.
You got to.
It has to. You get what I'm saying? And it's nothing that may not be bad.
Yo, you don't understand. Yo, all right, I had a basketball goal. I was the only person around my way with a basketball goal.
You know you
right?
I know.
So we played basketball. My mother, go ahead and take it out.
Play basketball.
Man, we gonna take the goal in the heat there. Took the goal out.
Clay courts.
Damn, y'all just was hoping. But yeah, my father. Shout out to my father. My father beat his ass. But wait, that's a whole other story. That's a whole other story.
When you have another strong man to put another strong man.
He really put me through some stuff, man. It really hurt.
And you've been going through it for years.
But listen though, we're only talking about your cycle of trauma, right?
Yeah.
But what we fail to realize is that we take that humility and the humanity out of our parents. Had we sat back and said, well, what was his level of trauma? Not to say that it was right for what he did to you, but we having the same fucking conversation about how he did not know how to exert himself on others because of his own traumas, because you as a child, you were not able to, all you seen was this is my stepfather and he's doing this to me, so now I'm traumatized. Not saying that this man could have been in the military. He was a whole man before he became your stepfather. And what happened to him first or in between or while he was raising them kids? And that's the part that now he has sat down and resonated with in his brain and never got over. See what I'm talking about? How this is all systemic? And how it's generational. Because now you're sitting here looking at me like, yeah, this man, but I'm looking at you like, maybe, I'm not saying have compassion because what he did wasn't right. But at the end of the day, you have to sit here and be like, damn, as a man, what did he go through that he felt as though he had to present? I was his only outlet.
Look at what
I just said. No, I was his only outlet.
What you saying that helped me understand a lot, because I had a lot of resentment with my father when I was younger. Because but I had to let him know, like you said, it was a lot of built up going one time. And one time, I think I was like 21, I believe. And he had came over. I think my sister was doing his hair or something. I know he was in the kitchen of my sister's house. And him and my mother, they ready to go back and forth. But it was like deja vu. And I already seen this argument before. Yeah, I seen it coming, right? I saw it coming. So as soon as he tried to initialize and try to tell something that was a lie, I was just like done with it. Like, I had to let him know where you messed me up at. Like I told him, I was like, you was in my life and you gave me morals and values, but let me tell you how much more I needed.
Oh yeah, we have to have those conversations.
I was like, first of all, you left me when I was like 12 and a half, going on 13. At that time, like I tell people, a young man is looking nothing but up. He want to see who he want to be like, not exactly who he want to be, but who he want to be like. Like what, like my man said earlier, what type of male do I want to model myself like? You know what I'm saying? And he's looking up, and that was during our time. I was looking up, and my father was gone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He now really feel like he can get his breath of fresh air and he can do his own thing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not thinking about it like that. I'm like, I still need you. Yeah, you left me over here. So at this time, and like y'all can already see, I'm transparent. I'm a very visual, and I can comprehend him like that. I've been like that since I was little. Like I gave my own self the Hamlet when I was 2.5. I can remember this over a bucket on Monroe Street. I would never forget it. If I didn't do it, I would have died. I remember a lot of my traumatizing moments and a lot of stuff that happened in my life that made me me. And I respect it to the highest honor. Like you know what I'm saying? I give myself like the black belt badge, all that kind of stuff, and a lot of arenas. But when it came to that moment, like I had to let him know, like, bro, I was looking up, bro. Yeah. And he had to, like recently, we had a real talk, and he always used to say like, well, my father left me at this age, and you feel what I'm saying, and it messed him up.
Yeah.
It tore him up.
It does. We forget those parts about our family members. It goes back to what I said about making strong individuals to strong families, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you are not, you have to, I'm not saying he was never a strong man, but what happens is we go through, even with women, right? You see, we had to learn something from our mothers. If you come from a generation of single black women, and the single black women are showing you how to say fuck it, because ideally that's what our mothers teach us, right? And so now you would never learn how to be in a relationship because your mother said, fuck that nigga, fuck it. And you watched her do that over and over again. So now when you get into a relationship, and this is my own personal story, now my mother's crying to me at 50 something years old and I'm 34, like, oh, you can't be in a relationship. I did X, Y, Z to you. And I'm like, wait, hold on. But I realized it early. Because my own traumas, my own, things, me being a therapist too kind of helped a lot with it, I had to start to realize and have to break down these barriers. And then what happens too is that when you say, okay, I'm going to be different than what I know, then you get the backlash from the family that say, oh, so you think you different now?
You think you know?
Oh, you think
you know it?
You know what I'm saying? So it is those systematic traumas that keep us stagnant, and I mean all the time. This is we're talking about trauma right now, but they keep those traumas suppressed when we never deal, and we touch on so many examples of that. But it really comes down to the fact that, if we do not have these strong individuals, if we cannot identify what our purposes are, if we cannot sit here within ourselves and just be like, this, and I'm a strong advocate of literally writing this stuff down. I want this. I want this. I want this. I don't want this.
Right.
And be clear on what you don't want to and what you do want. Because what happens is we teach people the negative, the consequences, and never the rewards. Right. We always say, if you do this, this is going to happen. Right. But we never say, if you do this, this can happen. Right. So we have to write it down and be able to identify those things for ourselves in order to break through those chains of traumas. Because you're always going to be different. Your mother raised a little, and I tell people, I'm done with my kids at 16. I say it all the time. I'm being there for moral, I'm being there for moral and financial support. Because at the end of the day, at 16 years old, and y'all can quote me on this, you're not listening to me anymore. I have given you and instilled in you, because we grew up together at this point. Right. I've never raised a 14-year-old. My son is 13. I've never raised a 13-year-old. My daughter said, I've never raised a 7-year-old. So every year that we're going through this, we're going through it together. Yeah. Right. So that means every lesson that I have to give to you. So now from 16 to 18, you have 2 years to try this shit out. Yeah. Where I can still save you. Because after 18, by law, not by mommy's standpoint, but society, I can't save you.
Listen, you know what my son told me? This would really let me know. I was like, and I gave him like one of the biggest hugs, but I was mad too at the same time. He was like, yeah, Daddy, at 7 years old, like basically if I do something to the extent where though I can go to jail, I'm gonna go to jail. There's nothing you can do about it.
Oh, because you taught him to make decisions. You taught him to make decisions.
He know this at 7 years old. No, I didn't. I couldn't even lie to him. I say, son, I didn't know that. Like for you to know that as a young man, and you're 9, and so you knew this when you were 7. Like you knew, like if I do something crazy like on the video game or something like that, Daddy and Mommy can't save me no more. At 7 years old.
Right. So that's why I tell my kids from 16 to 18, that's your right. We have to raise our kids. I'm praising you to leave me. I want you to be a productive person in society. I want you to be able to handle your traumas, handle your emotions, handle your feelings.
Can I ask you one more thing? I don't mean to be selfish.
No. Go ahead.
I lost my son at 2 months, right? And then I lost my brother April 8th, 2016. Right. My brother died on a Friday. He was shot 1:58 p.m. They pronounced him dead around 9:30 that night. Every Friday I could do something. And before my show I called, it came forth every Friday, right? Posted on Instagram and all that. How do you deal with death?
I think that death is a natural part of life. And sometimes I'm going to say, and it sounds so crazy, no matter how it comes. Because they take the youngest and they take the oldest and they take the mid. And it's all based on how you have served your purpose and where you headed and where you going. And the Lord always going to know what you were here for. So you could have made your say-so in a short amount of time or a long amount of time. You might have just been put here to have somebody else see something differently real quick.
See, and I fight with that. Like, I be wondering what the purpose was, because all right, we have a clothing line. He has one, and I remember like the first phone call. Yo, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make a clothing line. I'm gonna call it King Porter. The logo is gonna be a P with a crown, right? He died. He was 33 years old. So I am gonna continue his clothing line. So it'd be like, I don't know.
See, that's the thing, though. So this is more now on a spiritual level. We can have that conversation too.
Yeah, we'll talk. Right.
But yeah, that's more on a spiritual thing. The way I believe on it is that it really comes down to you may never know, but part of you may never knowing is because you're trying to figure it out. You already have King Porter and you're going with it. That is the purpose, because you're going to throw the King Porter on your own.
And
you had something going on already, but it wasn't King Porter.
And you probably already doing it.
Right, and you probably already been doing it. You just needed another step, a confirmation. And sometimes, and that's what happens.
With the kids?
Yeah.
You coaching how many?
I got 15 kids.
Right. How many you come across maybe throughout the year? Just a number. So when you, I don't know. It's a number though, ain't it? Yeah. So with that being said, sometimes we searching and trying to figure out. It might be right there.
Or we living in it. Listen though, we are living in it. That's your purpose though.
You know what I'm saying?
I know my purpose.
No. Listen though, but do you really? Because you're questioning something. That's why I keep telling people, when you're questioning something, either you're not living in your purpose, even though you may know it, or you don't really know it. Because you're still coming to me and asking me, what is the reason why my brother died so early and then my child died so early? So you really still searching for that purpose. You haven't sat with the fact that you are living and what you're doing and the things that have happened to you, or the sacrifices that people, or the timelines that people have jumped. I call it time jumping. They just jump time quick, right? So the times that they jumped was too soon for you.
Right.
And now you feel as though you're trying to carry on some legacy, when at the end of the day, all they want to do was implant something in your brain.
Then it's more to it.
Every day.
That's it. They want to just put that brain.
With me now, it's been like this.
It's more to it though, as it pertains to you finding out. You might just get a percentage here, a percentage there. You might get some here, and then they might add it all up till you get a certain age, and then you might get it.
Yep. Because you got to remember, these people are still living in the after.
We don't
they
get
still
it.
living.
We don't get it all at once. How many people we done talk to that say, I learn something every day?
Yeah, that's why I said living your purpose. If you're already
these
living
people
in
be
it.
50, 60 years old.
That's why I said living your purpose. Because you're already living in it. That's your daily.
She ain't know nothing about this.
Tell my kids, I love what I do.
We gonna keep learning, bro.
I love what I do. I am who I am.
But if we put ourselves in the right space, around the right relationships and people, we will learn a lot easier.
It looks differently.
And it will be really, really like clear information we can yes.
It'll be clear.
Versus us being around.
That's what's going on with me right now.
Mike round
when I was just like every day with this.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you need somebody new that you
every
just
day
like,
that's what's going on with me right now.
Right.
Every day.
Look, bro.
Listen, every day,
versus us learning from
my head standing up from it right now.
You know what I mean? Cousin Mike. Lil Ron on the block, Aunt Shelly, who just never had a job. You know what I'm saying?
We learned everything from them people.
Like we can learn everything from the wrong people. Right. And you be like, well, I don't know, how do I get myself around the right people? Do the right shit.
But hold on, though, Jerel. This is when we get a little fucked up.
Because it'll get round, when you don't get round, but it's always some scumbags around you anyway when you're doing the right. But what I'm saying is you're more subject to versus.
Hold that thought, y'all. We gotta go to another break. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
I didn't even know we were still. Yeah.
I love that whole thought though.
Far into this unknown to find who we really are. Crash into something new. Take a break from our broken heart. Talk with the hip, tell me you like. I think we should go for another round. Baby, try not to say too much. Let your love come down. If you wanna rule, there's some rules you gotta live by. Live by. Stay true to your cool, make a move. Don't wait on nobody else. And if she couldn't keep her hands off of me. Touching hands till we dance in the dark, showing off she couldn't keep her hands off of me. We do whatever you like. Keep her hands off of me. Oh no, she couldn't keep her hands off of me. So let's slide, you and me alone, to find who we really are. Crash into something new. I got ballet bringing up the car. You told me you kiss, told me you lie. I think we should go for another round. Baby, I wanna take you, but we gotta groove so we can lose the crowd. If you wanna rule, there's some rules you gotta live by. Live by. Stay true to your cool, make a move, don't wait on nobody else. And if it feels like a melody, sing a song, be my radio. And if you follow me there, I'll follow you back. Let the night unfold. I can tell that she can't get enough, show enough. She couldn't keep her hands off of me. Oh no, she couldn't keep her hands off of me. Touching hands till we dance in the dark, showing off. She couldn't keep her hands off of me. We do whatever you like. Hands off of me. Oh no, she couldn't keep her hands off of me.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We live. There we go. I was just chiming in like Rel just said, when the devil be working, and one day he was working on me. Like he was on man, well he was on me. We was almost the same person. Like, it was there. I was there.
And he be relentless.
What? I was there, bro. I was there.
He be relentless.
I come home.
Sometimes you think it's a good thing.
What? So much be like
when all the bad comes to good.
Right. I gotta tell you a story. So before I go to the little maintenance tech school, I was working MTA Mobility. And so I always, I was a working man or whatever. So but I started to notice like I didn't really like jobs. You understand what I'm saying? And there was this one job I had in particular that I did like because of the leniency, was working for the city. So I was like, all right, how do you get back there? Because when I was there, I was able to do my radio show. I was able to do things and make a couple dollars at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I was able to be me, do what I like to do. So I'm like, all right, how do I get back there yet and still have, because I like to put tools on my belt. I call myself Dev of all trades. So I like to, learn how to do a lot. So I'm like, my other younger bro just had finished this maintenance tech school, so he was like, bro, this maintenance tech school is 2 months. You get your credentials in HVAC, you get something carpentry and all this other stuff. So I'm like, shit, I'm ready to do it. 2 months, you talking about, and they guaranteed job placement, cool. So within inside the 2 months, wifey had to take care of the household. So I'm going through it in 2 months, but the first month, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take this last check and I'm gonna put all this on whatever, so she ain't gotta worry about nothing but just rent. You know what I mean? So that was the gas and electric. So I ended up meeting a guy that supposedly do the gas and electric, right?
Oh, man.
I get my last couple of hours, right? He do it. It worked for a week. Paper come back, BG&E say, nigga, you try that again. You won't never have no license. You got to move, pack up and move. Right. So I'm like, oh shit, right? So I'm trying to call him back, he ain't answering. Trying to call him back, he ain't answering. So he took me over for like 2 months, right? So I'm mad about it. I want to go the other route, but I'm like, yeah, I want to go the other route, but I'm like, light still on, the bill just is high, and you in school right now, you gonna fix it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm positive about it. So I'm like, I forget about it. I'm like, fuck, he got me. But if I see him, it's on. He better knuckle up. He better be ready. So bam, so I'm in class one day, like I tell you, I'm coming home from class. I'm happy because I'm wearing I'm wearing the school out, yo. I'm wearing the school out. Sure enough, the devil called, yo. Sure enough. He's pick up the phone, Jerel called, you feel me? One of my little bros or whatever. He asking me why I'm not with him. So you know what type of question that is, what you insinuate.
Yeah, you tell me.
Yeah. Oh, you feel me? So if you insinuating now I'm doing it, so what you think you doing right now? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the conversation we get to have. So now I'm hot. I'm on the way home. So now I get to think about the BG&E nigga.
Still after 2 months?
Man,
trauma, you traumatized?
I'm traumatized.
And you hold this
Listen,
in.
you know, as a Baltimore man, you know when one nigga play with you, everybody that done played is now like it's no holds barred.
Right. I'm mad at everybody.
Yeah, right. What? You better not be living. You better be living no more. Cause now it's my goal. It's my green light. So I'm on the way home. I'm hot. Boom. I get home. You know your counterpart, your ex. Boom. She knows as soon as she see me. What's going on, babe? What's wrong? Nothing. Anybody today? I go straight up there on the mattress. Anybody today? They get me. I'm sticking them back. It's that.
Right,
it's that. Yeah. She like, oh shit. So she immediately see the situation. She like, baby, you think the BG&E? You think he'll go for me if I call? You think he'll fall for it again? I'm like, I don't know. I don't care. Anybody fall for anything, it's gonna be. I'm gonna be on their ass when they fall. You know that? Like I don't even care. So I'm watching TV. I'm mad. Like I'm right there ready. Like it's in my dip and all that. I'm just waiting to go outside. So she see all that. So she's calling. He answers the phone. Yeah, I can do the bill for you and all that. I said, oh, this is the guy. Like you said, the devil calling me. What you boy?
Put the nigga together.
Man, what? Put that
girl
nigga
with it and everything.
What? Put that nigga clean together. See, the thing was though, I wasn't my old self. So I just was into getting my money back, which I did.
1 foot out and 1 foot in.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Yeah. Which I did. I got my money back, and I was like.
So when he came,
yo. I'm
tell the story. You got a minute.
Oh, go. Oh, yeah. So, boom. We go. So she called him. She like, we can meet over Mark Diamond. So they go over Mark Diamond. So he chip rears him motherfucker. He's sitting in his car, twirling his feet.
Don't even know what you.
Don't even know. I drop her off at Cotton. He don't even see none of this. Right. I drop her off at Cotton. It's right across the street. He right there where the right there used to be in that parking lot on that side. So she walk over there. So he chipping y'all just sitting there talking to her. So I pull up right up on the side of him, straight hop in the passenger side of his car. He turned like, hop straight out the car. Woo, everything. Running. He breaking towards Cotman.
What did you say?
30 seconds. He breaking towards Cotman, so I give him to come back. So he's like, man, you can get your money, man. We can go in there. I say, boy, you even think about you. I'm that stupid to go in this mall and you yelling, man, where's my money? Yeah. I got $250 on the Cash App. All right, hey, Cash App that. And where's the rest of my money? Man, I get it to you. No, that's all right. This a 10? iPhone 10? There you go, baby. That's yours. See you later, buddy. Kept his keys, threw his keys on Gwen Falls or something like. You feel me? Like if like you said, if you go ahead and lead that life sometimes and you be humble, it's gonna come back to you. And you gotta make that right decision.
You could have caught a charge.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what that is? Aggravated assault, armed robbery.
All kind of stuff.
All 10 and 20.
That time?
Just because you're getting your bread back.
Hey,
because I'm getting my bread.
Before we get out of here, can y'all at least let the people know how to find y'all on social media and...
Well, you know, you can find For My Kids on social media as For My Kids. Instagram, Facebook, Jerel Wilson For My Kids. www.netformykids.net is the website. At the Food Project, Monday through Friday, 4 to 7, 424 South Pulaski Street in Southwest Baltimore. One of the toughest zip codes in America, which is actually actually noted as the poor zip code in Maryland.
Oh, I ain't know
that. Maryland, the whole state.
So that's where we at.
That's where we doing kids at.
You know, we do
8-year-olds coming with the blicky.
Trauma enforcement. She comes down there throughout the week. I'm down there every day. She comes, you know, do our groups. I work with the kids on a daily. We provide jobs, housing, food, training. I mean, just
opportunities. At the end of the day, it's really opportunities.
Yeah.
So Lakeshia Ashley, you can find me. What is it? IG Miss Chloe L. So that's MIZZKHLOE_EL Miss Chloe L. Or Instagram. I mean, what is that? Facebook. Just Lakeshia Ashley. Or if you follow Jerel, because his is more conducive than mine, he'll tag me. Definitely the same thing. Food Project. I'm here. They call me the hood therapist, actually. So.
Any kids, man, if y'all need kids in our program and get mental health and sit down,
please.
Like I said, we have other therapists also, but she's our lead. She's my specialist. She's my go-to person. Yeah. She helped me build my program. You know, it's crazy. I told her 10 years ago we were doing this.
Yeah.
And I ran into her 3 years after that. Yeah. Every time I run into her, I got you. I'm working on it.
Yeah.
And we would sit and talk for about an hour.
That's what's up.
And then we here now.
Well, I thank y'all for coming, man.
Y'all know what's up, man. Y'all know it's your boy, Dad Bogart. It is what it is, each and every Friday, 9 p.m. Make sure y'all tune in and go follow these wonderful community leaders, man.
I thank y'all for y'all therapy, because I got therapy. Follow me at Fly T Miles on Instagram and Tyree Miles on Facebook, and also Mr. Miles the writer.
We out, baby.
I thank y'all. Republic of Great Men.
It's the jump off. Welcome to the show, Underwood Show.